All right, welcome back to Smoke and Mirrors. This is Rob, Dave, and Triz, and we are going through all the latest movie news for the week. This is episode 67. I got nothing. Like, apparently it's an angel number.
Yeah, righto.
Yeah,
If
you're into tarot cards and shit.
Watch that fucking John Travolta movie tonight then.
Is that Michael?
Yeah.
Angels in the Outfield. Christopher Lloyd.
Angel Heart.
Yeah.
Fucking mad, that movie.
Yeah.
Fucking A.
How you guys going?
Yeah, good though. Living.
Yeah.
Bit wet outside today.
It is. Perfect horror movie weather.
Yeah, it is actually. It's quite nice out there, to be honest.
The vibes are present.
I'm going good. Let's kick it off with that streaming news there. So the only piece of streaming news, because streaming news has been fuck light these last couple of weeks.
Mm-hmm. Big time.
Disney sort of came out, or Bob Chapek came out, and he said, well, Disney's going to stay pretty flexible with their release strategy going forward. So as you recall, Disney actually dropped a couple of movies straight to the Disney Plus platform.
Yeah, most of their Pixar movies and stuff like that.
Which was like, it was fire for the audience. But I know, like, there's people in Pixar that were like, why the fuck is it always just Pixar movies that you, like, you know, drop it at Christmas time? Yeah. Then they did their premiere access.
Yep.
With a whole bunch of their releases, Jungle Cruise, Black Widow, Cruella. PVOD was also a big thing where they were releasing, after a month of being on premiere access, they were releasing it on, like, iTunes, Google Play, and all them stores. Yeah. Then with Shang-Chi, when the PVOD came out, or when the home video release came out, they also dropped it on Disney Plus for free.
Yeah.
So that
cool.
was
that was actually really good.
So it sounds like they're experimenting, even though Simu Liu would tell you we are not the experiment.
Fuck out of here.
So, like, for them, it's finding the right balance. He also touched on that they will not do that long-term release strategy that they unveiled at, like, Disney Day or Star Wars Day or, like, Marvel Day or whatever. Because of the times and the uncertainty around, like, you know, coronavirus, what's going to happen, which is probably why they moved and shifted their releases in 2022 so that they could say, well, COVID is probably, like, in our rear view window, and we can, with certainty, release these movies now and gain the most from the box office. I think it's cool. Me as a consumer, like, at home, I loved it when they were dropping movies on Disney Plus and stuff like that, especially through the holiday period. Because it, like, it gave us something to watch, like, especially with Brody.
Especially, I mean, last year, what did they released something mad last year?
Last year it was Soul.
Christmas was Soul, yeah. That was really, out, like, you know, for a Christmas release, that was actually really good.
Yeah, and it was more me that ended up watching Soul, because Brody was just like, oh yeah.
Like, oh yeah, it's Jamie Foxx.
Yeah. And then, like, you know, you had the counter programming with Wonder Woman. And out of the two, Soul was, like, you know, the shit. And then we got Luca this year, which was also crazy. So, like, I'm all for the flexibility. Yeah. I think this is the way forward. Yeah. Like, we keep on, like, you know, or studios keep on sort of going, nah, like, you know, I want to keep it theatrical. They're making back end deals with exhibitors and shit now. But to be honest,
that's my problem, right? So I don't like the back end deals. Yeah. I don't like that. Like, it doesn't what's his face? It doesn't you know, guarantee that your movie is going to make money. Yeah.
It's also, like, it's a bit of a bitter pill to swallow. When, when like, you find out that studios aren't in it just to entertain you. They want the money. Like, that sounds like the money grab. Yeah. As opposed to, like, you know, I'm trying to put out the best product for the consumer. Know what I mean? But yeah,
the biggest thing for me is that I'd much rather give consumers the choice than try and force them to fit a structure. Like, the best example I can give is Nolan trying to force people to go to the cinemas to watch fucking Tenet during the peak of COVID.
Yeah.
silly move. But if you give people the choice, they can be like, you know what, I'd much rather, like us, we'd be like, I'd watch that at the movies.
Yep.
Yeah.
And if we're just like, oh, fuck it, I'll just rent this at home.
Yeah.
Put it on digital. Sorted. You're still getting your money. Go from there.
100%. I agree, man. To be honest, like most of my content I want to watch at home.
It's a different vibe as well. Like there's movies where you fucking love it in the cinema. Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter. And then you watch it at home. And you're just like, oh, what happened?
Damn, and I got you that for Christmas as well. I just put that right at the bottom of the shelf.
Hey, you got some fire movies. Like you got me Army of Darkness as well. Remember that shit?
Yeah, because I got Dog Soldiers that year.
Yeah.
So good, that movie.
Put it right here with my correspondent.
Yeah, I was deep into their Scream catalog, their Shout Factory. Yeah.
Shout out to Shout Factory.
That's it for streaming news this week.
Yeah. What do you call it? Into our film news. So Ridley's doing his his interview tour for House of Gucci, and he brought up the like superhero movies and stuff like that. We got the excerpt from one of the interviews he did, and he says, almost always, the best films are driven by the characters, and we'll come to superheroes after this if you want, because I'll crush it. I'll fucking crush it. They're fucking boring as shit. Their scripts are not any fucking good. I think I've done 3 great scripted superhero movies. One would be Alien with Sigourney Weaver, one would be fucking Gladiator, and one would be Harrison Ford in Blade Runner. They're superhero movies, so why don't the superhero movies have better stories? Sorry, I got off the rail, but I mean, come on. They're mostly saved by special effects, and that's becoming boring for everyone who works with special effects if you've got the money, which makes a lot of sense. Ridley's always been direct with this kind of stuff as well.
Yeah.
Like, every interview he's been in has just been to the fucking point. But he actually makes a lot of sense. We're starting to get to that point now with Marvel films as well, where it's like, it's all spectacle and no fucking backing to it. But, no, fucking... I like this as well, because Ridley is like, he's trying to push for more, what's the word I'm looking here? I guess an artistic approach when it comes to film and actually having a better story and not relying on just spectacle to actually get through everything. Yeah. And I never ever thought of Alien as a superhero movie.
No, but like neither would I. Like
It's
until superheroes were so big and prevalent and part of like the zeitgeist, which they are now, no one would ever put that frame on it. I find it funny because I think this is from being threatened and cannibalized by Disney, right? So Shang-Chi dropped and The Last Duel dropped. And guess who won out? It was Shang-Chi.
Yeah.
It ate the fucking Last Duel.
Yeah.
For breakfast.
R-rated movie.
Yeah. So the
You're
last...
relying on adults to go to the movies.
That's right.
During a pandemic. It's not going to work out for me.
Yeah. What probably wasn't the best strategy for Disney, right?
Yeah.
And one that they probably should have just gone, hey, we're going to do like this dual release on on digital and what's his face? And at the movies.
Yeah.
Which would have been cool. It sounds like he's hurt and threatened, right? Yeah. Because at one point, like Westerns were the biggest thing. Action movies were the biggest thing. And never once did you hear Ridley Scott go, those fucking action movies, there's nothing to them.
Yeah.
They're shit. You know what I mean? I'll fucking crush an action movie.
You know why he couldn't say that?
Why?
Because he'd be spitting in his own brother's face.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Tony Scott makes the best action movies.
Yeah.
Like,
Tony Scott got a fucking catalog of bangers, man.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
It's wall to wall with that guy.
He also defined action movies and I think entertainment in the 80s with Top Gun.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? Until then, there wasn't that editing style, that flair.
And look at what came after Top Gun.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You had all those, like people said, we can't do Top Gun. They did it with jets. Oh, fuck it. We'll do it with helicopters with like fucking Blue Thunder and all those sort of fucking movies, right?
Yeah.
Like it's
Iron Eagle and shit.
Iron Eagle, all that shit started coming out. Like, yeah.
And Tony Scott kept like just reinventing himself. Whereas Ridley Scott's kind of kept it the same for almost his whole career. It's only in the later parts, well, not even, because he's fucked with special effects. from the get-go with Blade Runner and Alien.
Alien is the special effects movie.
But I find that Ridley Scott shouldn't be talking like this sort of live and threatened by a superhero movie because of his catalog.
Mm-hmm.
Know what I mean? I also don't look at these superhero movies as a movie by itself.
Yeah.
Like Marvel movies and, to some extent DC movies are meant to be seen as a mosaic.
Yeah. It's for me when I watch these movies, it's honestly not to watch the current movie. For me, it's to see what's coming next.
Yeah.
And if that's going to intrigue me, right?
Yeah. I also think about why I don't read comics now, and it's because I'm so far removed from what's going on. When I used to buy comics back in the day, if I didn't start at the first issue and it was no longer available, I wouldn't read that comic run.
Badly.
Because when you pick up a comic, it's not the whole story.
No.
It's part of that series, and there's so many different things that lead into that.
Yeah.
And this is the divide between why sort of filmmakers and cinema enthusiasts look down and punch down. And I'm going to say it. They punch down on superhero and Marvel fans because they weren't there reading the comic books.
Yeah.
They don't understand that this is a run.
Yeah.
And that's why the phases are important to Marvel.
That's right.
Okay.
That's how I kind of view it. I love Ridley Scott. I would never shit on him.
No.
He's got a fucking mouth on him for Sir Ridley Scott. I mean, does he kiss the Queen with that mouth? You know what I mean?
I doubt it. 'Cause Mans was probably in that fucking interview smoking. He was there. Mr. Sir Ridley, you can't smoke your cigar in here. Watch me. He just fucking puff away.
It also kills me. In this, in his comment, he's like, what does he say? Alien, fucking Gladiator.
He's hard, man.
But I take my hat off to him. You know what I mean? Because he has put in the work. I mean, this is a guy that started with ads. He was an artist back in the day. He got his foot in the door from being in the art department on BBC to make his way to someone that puts out 2-3 films a year in his 70s.
Yeah.
He's a fucking worker.
Yeah.
This is Ridley Scott, for me, is always going to be the more successful Michael Bay. The more what's his face successful, awards and all that successful Michael Bay. They started at the exact same place. Same with Fincher, the exact same place. We'll shoot some music videos. We'll shoot some TV ads. Then we'll start making some movies.
Yeah,
that was the blueprint. Ridley set the blueprint for these guys on how to get into the game.
it's true. And Snyder is almost like the anti-Ridley.
Oh, man.
He followed the same path.
Yeah.
But went a completely different direction.
What did he tell us that story? Was it a 9 Inch Nails music video that he was directing?
Fincher?
No, Snyder. And they were like, you need to do all this for this budget. And it was like $1,000. He was like, I can't shoot this for $1,000. It's impossible. It's $1,000 just to get the model. What's going on here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. No, I was just thinking everything Snyder does is a passion project for him as well. He's always so involved in the content that he creates.
Yeah. I think he's put himself in that position as well.
Yeah.
Now he can direct the passion projects.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's weird how What's-His-Face set the tone for all of the action movies after, Man on Fire, Tony Scott.
Yeah.
He just set. This is how action movies are going to be from now on.
Yeah. This is the old man action bag.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was the OG old man action bag creator.
We need the brooding man who has nothing to lose and he's in his mid-40s.
just the visual style, man. It was just unbelievable for the old Tony Scott.
Yeah.
It was second to none. As soon as you saw it, it's everybody's copying this now. Everybody wants to do this now.
The revenge thriller is back.
Is A Man on Fire where he blows that O's hand off with the sword off?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I fucking love that movie.
In the club.
Yeah.
He's he wants to talk to...
Yeah. It's got like half a hand. Beautiful. Yeah, moving on. So old Patty Jenkins. This is a spot of hot water. So supposedly, and this is what the they're saying out in the industry, is that the old Rogue Squadron is being scrapped there. So it went from delayed to okay, we're going to focus on Wonder Woman because that's up next, and then it was indefinitely delayed. So supposedly it's because of creative freedom and all that sort of stuff. So Patty wasn't enjoying like the whole, the fact that she wasn't in control of the project. And, in contrast, she has all the control over there with Wonder Woman for that character, which is, it's hard to let go. Like, can you imagine letting that go?
Yeah.
Can you imagine, okay, this would be cool. And then some producer coming in saying, no, actually, we want to do this with this.
Yeah.
Nah. So, that's what they're saying. And it's just Patty was like, fuck this.
Yeah.
And just was like, boom, I'm bouncing.
I know. Disney said shelve it. Patty said booth it.
It's like, fuck that.
Man.
Patty was like, we're not fucking around on this one.
Yeah.
Why would I waste my time? Fuck you. I'll go make my other movies.
To be honest, if I seen Wonder Woman 84, I'd be doing this plot point by committee as well with Patty. Ain't no way I'm giving her that much freedom.
Yeah. She just needs to change up. It's because of the 84. That's what it is for me. It's the 84. I didn't want to see Wonder Woman in 84. I wanted to see Wonder Woman now. Yeah. After she's fucking chopped what's-his-face's head off, Steppenwolf's head off, and like damn near fought Darkseid. Let's go. That's the Wonder Woman I want to see.
I hope they tackle that in Wonder Woman.
Same.
Like, they show her chopping Steppenwolf's head off and shit like that. So that sort of goes, well, the Snyder timeline, the Snyderverse is real.
It's real. It's there. We'll continue it.
We'll see.
Yeah. Fingers crossed. Like, The Flash just puts everything into that fucking motion for us as well.
I think Flash is going to heavily influence this, or hopefully heavily influence this Wonder Woman.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree.
Like what they're dealing with and all that sort of stuff. I reckon the Flash is the course correct.
You know what I want to see? I want to see Keaton go through the motions in the fucking Flash, but I want it to be like the house version of Batman where he's just Vicodin fucking addicted. After years of crime fighting, he's just fucked up and he's just addicted to painkillers.
Big Daredevil shower shots. He's chewing.
Rips out another tooth.
Daredevil was like the original bloody opiate addicted superhero. That was wild. It's like in Perks and fucking Vikes and everything, that guy.
Can you imagine how different Marvel would have been if they did the Demon in a Bottle fucking arc?
Oh, man.
They don't have the balls to do that. If they touched on things like that, I bet you Sir Ridley would make a fucking Marvel movie.
Oh, man.
You would attract directors that are like, okay, you're going to take it a bit more edgy? I'm with you. I don't Ridley Scott doesn't mind doing the big action set pieces, but give him some substance as well.
That's right.
Yeah.
Poor Ridley.
So Tom Holland was talking about he doesn't want to be an opioid addicted superhero at 30 or 40 either.
Yeah.
He was talking about his Spider-Man exit.
Yeah.
So, with Spider-Man No Way Home coming out on December 17th, it looks like this might be the end for Tom Holland as Spider-Man as well, which is crazy because I like him as Spider-Man.
Yeah.
I enjoyed, I'm more open to him being Spider-Man than fucking Drake. That's for sure. But he was saying, if I'm still playing Spider-Man at 30, I've done something wrong. Whilst Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield were looking at him with their hands on their hips.
Love handles.
Why are you hurting me? He said, that part is kind of done now. I've moved on. I've got other properties, which he does with Uncharted. He's trying to start that franchise. But he also, Jacob Batalon who plays what's his face, Ned in the Spider-Man series so far, has said he's talked about playing James Bond, which
you got to give him you got to wait until his early 40s or late 30s because he's got to be Commander Bond.
Craig started playing Bond when he was my age.
38, 35.
38. Damn.
I thought he was 38 when he started playing Bond. So he was my age.
Because didn't he had to go through the ranks in the Navy, right? Because he's Commander Bond, so he had to
People forget that. People forget that the so done put in the work. You know
what I mean? The motherfucker reminded them in the last one.
Yeah.
Commander Bond.
Yeah.
And you will address me as such. I don't see him as Bond.
No.
I read some people commenting and they were like, maybe James Bond Jr., but even that sounds tacky to me and just disgusting.
James Bond Jr. was trash. That's his fucking nephew. As if I want to watch that.
Why is it his nephew?
I don't know.
And he's junior.
Some Tasmania going on in that family, dog.
Some wild step bro. What are you doing?
But Amy Pascal was also talking about Holland, with the Spider-Man stuff, and she was like, I fucking love Tom Holland. I want to keep making these movies. I want to make over 100 Spider-Man movies with Tom Holland.
Of course you do.
But then Tom Holland's also open. He was like, if push comes to shove, maybe I'll make Spider-Man 4, 5, and 6, and then, I'll stop doing it at 32.
Yeah.
But he's also got that show on Apple, The Change of Our Lives or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's also coming up.
Yeah.
He said, I might do that for 10 seasons.
Yeah.
Well, let's see, that it doesn't end up like a Mr. Corman. One and done, baby. I would like to see him in more sequels and more. But he's also Sony have written checks for this guy. You know what I mean? He's going to show up in the next Venom movie. Or Venom's going to show up in the next Marvel movie.
Yeah.
That bridge has already been built. Which means that he's going to show up in Morbius in some capacity because Vulture's there. You
realize that the rumor is that Venom's in this Spider-Man movie.
Yeah.
He's in there.
Would make a bit of sense because we'll have Green Goblin, we have Doc Ock, we have Sandman, and then we'll just have Venom in there as well because we already got Garfield the Lizard in there as well.
Well, there's only 5 in the Sinister Six right now, so they need to add another villain.
True.
I think that we'll get into it a bit later. And that's it for film news this week.
True.
All right there, baddos.
This is all the details, dog. And just the details. You got to make it to that door in 2.4 seconds. Can you do it?
I'm going to have to. It's time.
It's all facts, no feelings. That's what this says.
But I like my feelings. It's time to fan the hammer. So, Natasha Liu Bordizzo is going to play Sabine Wren in Ahsoka series. Mm-hmm. Scorsese and Jonah Hill will team for the Grateful Dead film at Apple. Eternal Scribes want Galactus in the MCU.
So does everybody else, fuckos.
The new Thanos, baby. Some more join Liam Neeson's Marlowe film. And the cast includes Francois Arnaud, Daniela Melchior, Diana Kruger, Jessica Lange, Adewale Akinnuoye Agbaje, Alan Cumming, Danny Houston, Ian Hart, and Cole Meany, a name I haven't heard in a very long time.
No.
Melly Gibson is going to direct Lethal Weapon 5. Dick Donner made him promise that he would. So, I love that idea. Lionsgate has set an unnecessary remake of Riders of Justice.
Fucking badly.
Top secret Marvel project is in the works from Kevin Feige and Scarlett Johansson. They pieced it up, and it is not Black Widow related. Delroy Lindo is looking wild-eyed and stern as he joins the Blade cast at Marvel. Warner doesn't want anybody beating them in the kitchen and is developing an Under Siege reboot.
Warner also cooks.
And that is fanning the hammer.
If they don't get fucking what's his face, Scott Adkins for this bloody Under Siege remake, I don't know what the fuck's going on, man.
That is
He's
a perfect
old
casting.
enough, right? Because Casey Ryback, you got to be a Marine and you got to be a Navy SEAL and everything. Like he's got to be older. You can't have a young cat be Casey Ryback.
I would prefer it if they said he was in the SAS and he could actually use his British accent.
And then, because it's Giganto, the guy who directed Night Comes For Us, just get Eco and Taslim and all that to be the dudes that hijack that boat.
Mate,
this movie makes itself.
Fucking hell. We make the movie. You know what I mean?
Just watch. Give it like 2-3 months. This is the news that's coming. And I want my fucking taste.
In my head. So we got some.
What day you're working? You working tomorrow?
Yeah.
No, you're not. You're not fucking working. You don't even know what fucking day you're working. Like he's coked out. That's it.
So we got quite a few movie trailers there.
So we got a few here. So we got American Underdog. We also got one for Marry Me. Xbox did their showcase for Halo, so we got a teaser for that as well. We got one for Best Shape of My Life, the Wish.com version with Chris Hemsworth called Limitless. We got one from Anne Boleyn as well. A new trailer for Don't Look Up. Turning Red, which is Pixar's new film. Yep. We got Dog with Channing Tatum's coming back.
The Bounty Hunter, yeah?
See with that mullet? You know what's fucked is that it was dyed. That mullet was dyed because the sides were blacked out.
He had the mohawk into the mullet. The mullet.
After what's his face is done playing Hogan, he should be Dog the Bounty Hunter, Chris Hemsworth.
Oh man,
he should do that.
Well, Dog had that two-tone like beard, didn't he?
Yeah, that's right there, brother.
If they re-scripted Dog to be Aussie, they can just call it Dog Cunt the Bounty Hunter. We got one for the outfit, which actually looks alright as well.
Fire.
And then we go on for the landscapes as well. Olivia Colman back in her fucking bag, and this shit looked cool as well, dog. Cool as fuck. We also got Pam and Tommy. Finally got a trailer for this shit.
Yep.
Fuck this. Fuck, it looks alright, man.
It does. It does.
How different does bloody Lily James look,
Oh,
man?
She looks like Pam.
She does.
And Sebastian, I want to say Stan.
Yeah.
Look like fucking Tommy as well.
Yeah.
But this looks so good, man.
It does.
What do you call it? Came through. Even fucking Rogan. And I want to say Nick Kroll is his name, but that's not it.
Offerman.
Yeah, Nick Offerman. Rogan in this movie has the Dr. Bounty Hunter haircut.
He does.
He does. Yeah,
Fucking
that's
does.
disgusting.
It's wild, but it's all just one color. So it's even more disgusting.
It looks very like it looks like he cleans it up.
Like he just brushes the sides. Like
Yeah.
he just two brushes, two coats.
The Kaniki or whatever, grease.
But no, so we get the breakdown in this. So it starts off with Rogan. You know, it looks like he's following them, finds the tape, and then goes from there. And then we get the breakdown of their lives, the explanation of who Tommy is, who Pam is.
Yeah.
But man, like, for a Hulu show, this should look fucking fire.
It's a movie or a show?
Show. Limited
Oh,
series.
fire.
Yeah.
That's even better for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I gets down on them shows, son.
I didn't know that, what do you call it? They were out. And then they saw this shit happening.
Yeah.
Well, I thought the original story was that he found it at a party. Like he was at a party surprisingly over at Tommy and Pam's house and was wandering around and found a tape, didn't know what it was, kept it.
As you do.
Yeah. Kind of weird.
Thief.
Take someone else's home videos.
Dare you steal my movies?
They're my memories now. Maybe he's seen it there and then like decided to steal it. I don't know. I'm gonna watch the show, but like it's crazy because it's also the birth of the internet.
Fuck
yeah.
So it's the first like viral sex tape.
Yeah.
Like it's the OG like before One Night in Paris and you know.
Kim and Ray J?
Yeah.
We in a pool now.
Before all that. I had to, like, do a little search on the old Pam and Tommy tape there.
But it's weird, this one, though, isn't it? Because they ended up shooting more porn to go with it, didn't they? Something weird like that? So they could add it to the tape, because the tape's not that long, right? So for them to sell it, it needed to be longer, I think. So they needed to add more porn to it.
Did they?
I think so.
It was wild.
Something wild like that.
Because this is the boat, and then it's the house.
Let me just refer to my research.
The video will be playing about here on YouTube.
So they, like, Pam also did another tape with another person as well.
Right.
Like Brett Michaels.
I didn't know.
So
this
I've
until-
heard. But yeah, I'm in, man. Like, Stan looks great. James looks great.
Mhm.
It just Stan's got that dirty facial hair.
Oh, man.
It looks disgusting.
So pointy.
Oh, man. It was like that, too.
Ugh.
Like, even now, Tommy Lee's like, damn, man.
With the side part as well, like the
Yeah.
middle part. Yuck.
Comes through with the step.
Damn, it was this. That was the undercut, goddammit.
Yeah.
It's disgusting.
Looks like the Lido in Treasure Planet.
Yeah.
Treasure Planet was a fire movie.
What a
It
throwback.
was. Yeah, I revisited that. Or I visited it lately. And it was great.
Mm.
One of my faves. That and Atlantis.
Atlantis, yeah, he's got that haircut in there as well.
Yeah, he does too.
The other trailer, one of the other trailers that we got was the old trailer for the documentary for DMX.
Yeah.
It looks like his, it chronicles from when he is released the last time from prison, right? So he spent 12 months in prison for tax evasion, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
And then got out. This looks wild, son.
Yeah.
Like he's talking about people stealing from him and all that sort of
Yeah.
stuff. And you get to see like the mental space of X in those like first couple of weeks when he's out.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
You can just tell there's no bullshit with him as well. He walks in there and he's like, so what am I getting? What does this contract say that I'm getting?
Yeah.
It's like, it means that you're getting 50% of the money.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
That's all you need to say.
Yeah. It looks good. You see the influence of him through everything, his shows, him like, giving his sermons, which like looks beautiful. And also him on the streets,
Yeah.
like relating to some of the younger guys and trying to help them.
Man, X was like supposedly that guy. Like X would just talk to you.
Yeah.
Like there's video of X, what's his face, and he's randomly walking down the street, and people drive past playing bloody Rough Riders anthem, and he'll start rapping to that while he's saying hello to people and everything. Like X was like for the people. It was like ODB.
What do you call it? Did X stay in Yonkers? Like even like when he blew
After?
it? Yeah.
No. He, I think it was, what's his face? He did what everyone does and moved out of there and went to Jersey. Yeah.
Did he stay in Jersey? I heard he also
Bit more
did a bit
space.
more time in Miami.
Yeah.
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 But this should look fucking fire, dude. I ain't never seen like the other side of DMX. And I think
Same.
we're getting a lot of these docos now where we actually really get into the mental state of like our heroes and our stars and shit like that.
Yeah.
You don't be watching like the Drink Champs interviews and all that?
No.
He did 2 on Drink Champs. So one where X is all fucked up and they're just at like a pool place or whatever it is, and I think it was just as he's coming out of jail.
Yeah.
And then he did another one recently, right? So just before he had passed, so maybe a year before he passed, like just to see him, because this was set just after the verses. Mm-hmm. Amazing.
The difference?
The difference, like the growth of him was amazing. Pause.
Sure.
Yeah.
I can't wait, man. This is dropping on HBO Max as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's 6 episodes, so it's a lot of.
This is
it
a
said
limited series.
6. It said 6 episodes or whatever it is.
Fuck
In the trailer,
yes.
that's what it said. So it's a lot of footage.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah. I thought it was like a feature documentary or something like that. I didn't know it was like they're going to give us 6.
Over 6 nights, I'm pretty sure.
Fuck
I think.
yeah.
Yeah.
Anything like Darkman X, I'm about.
Yeah. We got our second look at Nightmare Alley,
Fuck yeah.
which looks great. Second time we're seeing Kate Blanchett as well.
Yeah.
With the bleach blonde hair.
Kate Blanchett, the devil in this bitch?
It looks like it.
Yeah.
So, like, you see more of, like, the con man side of Bradley Cooper in this. Because the first trailer kind of gave you, like, a mishmash of, like, oh, this could be, like, you know, different, eerie and stuff. And then it's almost like she sets off the real, like, fucking shit.
Yeah.
And, like, it's not a game anymore. It's not a con anymore.
Yeah.
And
he can actually hear what people are saying and thinking and...
yeah, and he uncovers all, like, the shit coming for him.
Yeah.
It looks really good, man. Like, the cast in this is beautiful.
I was surprised to see Strathern on there as well.
Yeah. First time Strathen's been in a Del Toro?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So the script, because Strathern doesn't sign on to shit. Like, the script must have been unbelievable.
I remember when, like, I read this article and Strathen just straight up said, I don't do sequels. It was like, wow.
Oh, wow.
And he said that's why Bourne was so special.
Yeah. Is he in those Godzilla sequels?
No. No, he's not.
Fucked up.
Oh, actually, no, he's in King of the Monsters. But he, like, maybe shows up for a scene
Yeah.
and then he's just out.
Pay me my money.
Peace.
There's a gloss about Del Toro movies that I fucking love.
Mm.
And this looks really fucking good to me.
Yeah.
I'm really excited.
He has a certain way of, I don't know if it's the angle or the lighting, color palette. There's just something that it doesn't make it feel like it's in the real world.
Yeah.
Like it's kind of, it's this different,
It's coming out of your imagination.
otherworldly kind of feel to
It's
it.
a dream. It's that dream feel, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Del Toro would be the best person to make a Freddy movie.
Oh, fuck, yeah.
Yeah.
That would actually be scary.
Yeah, that would, yeah.
Imagine Nightmare Alley turns into Nightmare on Elm Street.
That'd be wild, actually.
It'd be fucking crazy. You just see, like, you know, it ends. It doesn't start with New Line, but it ends with New Line.
And then you just see the claws come to the... Why is he skeleton?
You fools.
Like, have you guys been seeing the memes where Skeletor will give you some real shit and then you just see right
Fuck, I saw one where it's like, when you're good but you want to be evil, but it's him as Rose in Titanic and He-Man's holding him from behind. That's wild. I fucking lost it, man. What was our last trailer there? It was that Spider-Man. Them Spider-Mans.
It's the Cubans, baby.
Fuck, this look alright, man.
Yeah. Yeah, so they blast right past that all the shit that they did in that first trailer. Just like straight to Strange, and it's like, now fix it.
Yeah.
It's almost like a sequel to the fucking trailer.
Yeah.
So, we get Strange breaking down and officially saying, like, you know, when you messed up that spell, everything's gone wrong now.
Yeah.
And now we get an official look at all of our villains, all our rogues gallery that's showing up here.
Yeah.
So we know it's Defoe because we hear him talking. We see Lizard.
Yeah.
Jamie Foxx, completely normal looking. And it looks like he's got army garb on, though.
Yeah, but he's still got the star.
That looks sick. It looks sick that it comes from his power, like the electricity.
Yeah.
That's sort of how it is in the games. When you fight him.
Ah, okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
He doesn't have the star.
Doesn't have the
because
star.
that looks
like
just
he's
hokey.
got the electricity. Yeah.
That's
cool.
sick.
That is pretty cool. But no, this looks good. So we don't see other Spideys,
No.
but we see it looks like Strange gave him something like a gauntlet or something.
Yeah, he's almost got like this magic suit.
Yeah. But we get the breakdown now that we learn that all these villains that are coming into this universe, they died by Spider-Man's hand.
Yeah.
And Holland's probably dealing with, fuck, I've never killed someone before, but now I've got to, like, do this, and now he's trying to find another way.
Yeah.
So this isn't...
He has... Well, he's been accused of killing... What's his face? want to say Mephisto. What's his
Mysterio.
name? Mysterio. So he, like, it's he's been accused and he hasn't actually killed him.
Yeah.
So now he has to go through and actually kill all these villains. Otherwise, the multiverse is going to fucking implode on itself.
Yeah.
The biggest thing from this as well is that now we know that he's not only fighting these villains, he's fighting Strange as well. Because Strange knows what needs to be done, and he's trying to find another way. Fuck, this looks good, man.
It does look good. It was weird. So it looks like the finale is at the Statue of Liberty.
Yeah.
Like X-Men.
You see Wolverine still twirling off that fucking
Can you
spike.
imagine if they introduced the X-Men in this movie? Anyways, but it looks like they're giving Lady Liberty the Captain America shield as well. You see a bit more of Doc Ock as well.
Yeah.
And him talking, and then the levity's still there with that group, the Scooby-Doo band.
Yeah.
And like Doc Ock sort of says some James Bond shit to him. Remember Mr. White says, "You're a kite in a whirlwind," or something like that. Doc Ock's like, "You're swinging out into the night." It's like, I really like the look of this trailer. I know it's like a bit more of what you got to see in the first trailer, but like, expanded. It ratcheted the excitement up completely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like, it didn't give away the Tom Holland, the Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield reveal at all, which like they might not be in there.
I think they with some of the sleuths that we had on the internet, they kind of showed us where you see the lizard jumping in and then he gets kicked by someone.
Yeah.
That's not there. So we there's obviously been scrubbed out. Things have been scrubbed out of the trailer and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like the way this movie is panning out to be, I'm expecting like a fucking 3-hour movie with all the content that they have to really fucking address as well.
Yeah.
They did say it's like 2 hours and 39.
Yeah.
Which is long for a Spider-Man movie.
Yeah, that's true.
What's weird is that I always in my mind I think that Raimi's directing.
Yeah.
Because Raimi's directing Strange.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, Sam Raimi directed that. And it's like, no, that's that Mark guy. It's, oh, that's right.
Yeah, John Watts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you call it? I wouldn't be surprised if Raimi's here at least, like with Strange happening.
He's going to refer to it in some way.
Yeah.
Raimi's just in the background.
He's like telling him what to do. And then at the end of the trailer is like the ultimate tease.
Oh, man.
Because then Strange is like, I can't hold them off. They're coming through. They're all coming through. And then like you see nothing. But I'm assuming that's when we're going to get the Venom. And the other Spideys are going to jump in and like everything's just going to kind of come through and you're going to get so many surprises that people are just going to have like these crazy erections in the cinema.
Yeah.
And just like their heads are going to explode Scanners style.
Well, it's weird, right? Because in Let There Be Carnage, he tells Eddie that, it's a hive mind over everything, right? So even if they're in a multiverse, they can access that hive mind. And he shows him. He shows Eddie in one scene, like just for a bit, what's going to happen, right? And that's why he's fighting against Spider-Man, or at least that's why when he sees the Spider-Man being a bad guy, he has to leave. Yeah,
Motherfucker.
Yeah. I like it. But I'm excited for it, man.
Same, man.
Like this trailer, because they didn't reveal the Garfield and Maguire stuff, I need to see it like straight away.
I need that.
I might just go like 11:30 in the morning, something like that.
Hey, give me a heads up.
If there's a 9 a.m. session on VMAX, I'm in.
When is it coming out over here?
16th.
Damn it. That's my last couple of days at work.
16th of December.
Sick.
See what I can do. Maybe I can take an extra day of annual leave or something.
It's a Thursday.
Yeah, we'll see. See if I can pull that off. But yeah, What was I going to say? There's something. So you know how we saw those scenes, fellas, of the old Garfield hanging off the scaffolding?
Yeah.
Do you know what's in the background of the Statue of Liberty? Scaffolding. Those scenes are fucking real.
There's somewhere that's going to put the receipts online as well.
They did. I seen them.
But no, this is panning out to be fucking excellent. Like,
This is panning out to be the Avengers movie.
Yeah. They did say Spider-Man Endgame. It could be true. This looks big.
yeah. Considering like Peter Parker's gonna have to deal with everyone knowing he's Spider-Man, and then going through all this shit, and then everything else on top of that, this might just be like, you know, the point. This is the triangle.
Yeah.
This is the gold standard moving forward.
Yeah. We also
Besides
get to
Winter
see
Soldier.
what's his face as well. JJ.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It looked like Gordon, weirdly, in that shot. He was wearing the hat, I think.
It's funny that they actually had JJ get rid of his hair. Huh? He's bald now.
Yeah.
He must have lost his hair.
Stressing over Spider-Man.
I reckon that was a wig. Oh, the character must have lost his hair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder, because he's always like, trust my barber.
No one else can be fucking J. Jonah Jameson.
Nah.
Can't change that. And then you see fucking, what's his name? Felix Leiter come through. Just taking all of J.K. Simmons' roles.
You want the rest of this sandwich as well?
Get him $200 and a bar of soap.
And that's it for movie trailers this week.
That's right.
Yeah. Fucking good. So into our entertainment news. Starting off on a sadder note. But, so Art Lafleur, who we know from Death Warrant, The Sandlot, has unfortunately passed away at the age of 78 after a 10-year battle with Parkinson's.
Yeah.
His wife, Shelley, announced it on Facebook. Yeah, so after a 10-year battle with atypical Parkinson's, he passed away. Sad times, man. Like, I was like, Art Lafleur. And then I saw the picture and I was like, oh, shit.
Yeah. Yeah, same. It's really sad, man, because he could play such a good villain, but like weirdly, when he wasn't in that role, he could also play like, you know, the really nice guy as well.
Yeah.
He like incredibly talented. He was a football player as well.
Yeah.
When he came up in Gary, Indiana.
Gary, Indiana.
Yeah.
Damn.
That's from where Freddie's from.
Ah, okay. Things might have
good.
been very different in the 40s, though.
That is true.
But yeah, it's sad news, man.
Yeah.
So thank you for like, you know, the contribution that you made to film and our growing up as well, our upbringing.
Yeah, man.
Seeing him in films and bit parts and shows and stuff.
The fucking Sandlot like informed our childhood.
Yeah. You barf proffles in the toilet and like it.
And you like it. Right.
There's fighting words. But from what Shelley was saying as well, Art was just the nicest guy in the world. Every set that he went to, whenever they would visit, everyone would come up to her and her family and be like, Art talks so much about you.
Yeah.
And she's saying how, like, you know, a 43-year relationship with a man who just loved and adored me. And
Yeah.
it was crazy. Like, he's just known as this figure. It's just amazing.
Yeah.
Beautiful, man.
Those OGs, man, they just built different.
Yep.
Different time. Weren't fucking around as much. Like,
Yeah.
you know, you did get the odd few and whatnot.
Look at what they had to do.
Yeah.
We have a finite amount of film for this movie. If you fuck around, that's it. We're cutting you. We'll get someone else.
Yeah.
Because we got 1 million people in the back.
But sorry, dog. You condolences to Art Lafleur and Shelley and his family.
Yeah.
And thank you so much for your contribution to film.
Yeah. Sad, man.
Yeah.
The last story of the day.
Take us out there, Bado.
All right, so Tarantino came out and he announced that, hey, I'm gonna get into this NFT business. I'm gonna throw my hat into the ring.
Yeah.
he announced that he was going to sell a Pulp Fiction NFT. It'll have script excerpts and all that sort of stuff. We don't know if it's going to be one of those cool moving NFTs or whatnot, but still, it was cool. It was Tarantino. It was Pulp Fiction,
And it was his own script notes.
his own script notes, right? That nobody else on the planet would have, except for him. So he announces it. Thursday, Miramax comes through. Oh, RAPEY, Miramax comes through and says, hey, you didn't consult us.
Yeah.
We're suing you for this fucking NFT.
Yeah.
And they were like, because he didn't consult us, we're suing him because that's basically our film.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And we helped him and all this other bullshit. The next day, Tarantino's lawyers get involved, and they were like, fuck you. You obviously didn't read my client's contract. He has every fucking right to do this.
Yeah.
It's just crazy, man. If they had thought of the idea first, they would not have fucking cut Tarantino into the deal.
Yeah.
But because he was smart, and he's got his fucking ear to the fucking ground, and he actually lives out in the fucking world, he knows what's going on. NFTs is a big fucking thing right now.
Yeah.
Big fucking... there's these NFTs, right? These fucking frogs. These things sell for like $70,000, $80,000. There was this one what's his name? It's like Fables or something like that. I can't remember what his name is. He sold an NFT 3 weeks ago for $69 million. What
was it?
It's this fucking cool moving. It's a huge thing. It's like a cabinet, right? But the scenery constantly changes every day. And it will continue to do that for the life cycle of the NFT.
Jesus.
So yes, the figure that's walking will be the same, but the backgrounds will change constantly throughout the year, throughout the day. It's fucking cool.
Is that a digital thing?
Yeah. It's so cool.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Big money in this game.
69 million for one. This same guy has done a digital piece of work every day for the past 13 years. Yeah. Mans can make some money.
Holy shit.
It's unbelievable.
I find it dirty what Miramax is doing.
As do I.
Like, they're going, well, you have rights to the script, yes, but the NFT options are ours. And really, Miramax wanted to use that to maximize their NFT offerings. I was like, well, that sounds like, an idea after the fact.
Yeah, that's
money grubbing motherfuckers.
Too little, too late, mate. You know what I mean? Like, sorry, we got here first.
Yeah.
You missed it. Shout out to Ernie Hudson. It's my guy to this day. Like he's Jack now.
I don't know. I just find it to be like the dumbest shit in the world. Why like tarnish a relationship with one of the most revered directors in the fucking world over a fucking NFT?
Yeah.
When you have the chance to make so much more money just staying on with Tarantino.
Yeah.
Because Tarantino has a finite amount of movies that he wants to make.
Mm-hmm. One more movie.
And
as if he wouldn't say, you know what? My first film was over there at Miramax. I might go back there.
Yeah.
And now he's like, fuck Miramax.
Yeah.
I haven't done a film over at Warner yet. I'll go try that.
Yeah. Maybe we'll get 120 days of theatrical exclusivity.
Hey, heard you wanted to make an R-rated Batman.
Shit. Yeah, we'll see how this unfolds.
Yeah.
I think Tarantino's well within his rights.
Well, he's not stopping.
No, he's not.
He's going ahead with this sale.
Yeah.
And it's all secret shit. So what he told you is only like a portion of what you're going to get.
Mm-hmm.
Like there could be like, I don't know, like John Travolta's wig or something, or fucking Samuel Jackson's wig, or Uma Thurman's wig.
That'd be cool.
Or the plaster on the back of Marcellus Wallace's head. Or the briefcase.
Can you imagine if it was just a shot of what's in the briefcase? Like what's in there?
Yeah.
And you see like Marcellus's soul like just trying to get out of the fucking briefcase. Can you imagine that?
That'd be wild.
And that's that the only person who can see it is that person who buys it.
Yeah. What if it was like that guy's NFT, right? And what's in the briefcase changed every day.
That'd be cool as well. We're getting this fucking NFT.
How much money do I have on Liquid?
$3.23. Put it all on NFTs, please.
Did you have like a NFT layaway or
NFT away.
And that's it for the news this week. But you guys watched Last Night in Soho.
I did.
What was your thoughts?
I've seen Stir of Echoes before. Like for me, I don't understand what they were raving about.
Yeah.
Like, because I've seen this movie before. It's nothing new. It's not a new idea. Like, we've seen this movie before.
Yeah.
The newest thing we've seen is the fact that they set it in the 60s.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
For me, the main character got a bit fucking annoying at the end of the movie. But other than that, it's just, I don't know. The only difference between this and Stir Echoes is that it's unapologetically British.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
But you loved it?
Which I like.
I enjoyed it. Yeah. Thought it was not bad.
I wouldn't watch this movie again.
Wow.
Yeah.
I think like the biggest thing with COVID that's happening is that they hype up all these movies and then it just doesn't live up to the fucking standards.
Yeah. Well, when you delay a movie and you're just hitting people with barrages of trailers, all you're going to get is like unnecessary hype sometimes.
Yeah.
And
That-
built up expectations.
That and the fact that people were saying, it's the best movie of the year, the best horror movie of the year, it's so original. No, it's not, mate. Go and watch an old fucking movie, people. Seriously. Do your Googles, do your research, and go fucking watch an old movie. It's all there. They haven't changed it.
Stir of Echoes isn't that old either.
No. Came out in the late 90s. Early 2000s.
It's been nearly 30 years.
Still one of the maddest fucking movies, though.
Yeah. So we watched Old Mate Richard.
Yeah.
A.K.A. King Richard, for you non-Aussies out there.
King Dicky, bro. Yeah. I really enjoyed this movie.
Man. So good.
We had some like crazy performances as well.
Venus and Serena. Venus killed this shit.
Yeah. That chick was awesome.
The actor that plays Venus, unbelievable.
The wife as well.
The wife was amazing.
Like I didn't know, or I didn't expect for them to give the wife as much like strength and pull and like just like power.
Drive, yeah.
Yeah.
As
Like she's as much to credit for Venus and Serena as like King Richard. You know what I mean?
like the movie's called King Richard, but it's, it takes a king and a queen to raise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she did as much as he did. Fucking hell. Will Smith getting the Oscar, you reckon?
No. I think maybe the mother will get a nod. I think maybe one of the girls will get a nod. But yeah, what's his face? Always good. The old Bernthal.
Yeah. I liked how full of energy and just like salesman he was. That's what the power is. That's what I'm seeing. He was so cheery. I really enjoyed this movie. The pacing was real good as well. It was on point. At no point did I feel like, fuck, how much longer? Another hour? Shit, I don't know if I could do it. You know what I mean?
I checked to see, like, I don't want this movie to end just yet.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, they can't end it here.
Give me at least another 20.
I know. At least let me get to see the monster.
But yeah, like these movies about the crazy visionary.
Oh, man.
That guy always comes off like a fucking dick in the present.
Yeah.
But a fucking revelation in the future.
Yeah,
in hindsight.
In hindsight, Mans was like, it's unbelievable.
Yeah. And it was kind of sad that you got to see Tundi, right? Like I love their family dynamic and everything. You got to see her, and she's the one that actually dies from gang violence.
Yeah.
And that's the one who Game shouts out.
Yeah.
But yeah, I really enjoyed this movie.
Yeah.
Like, it was so much better than some of the shit that HBO Max has put out this year.
They made us wait a year for it.
I don't mind.
Yeah.
Because, like, now all, like, the bigger releases are coming out. And you can get, like, mad shit now. Like, now's the Spider-Man's coming out. The Matrixes are coming out.
Yeah. Is that Matrix rated R?
Yeah.
Okay.
Violence in some language.
Righto.
Some language. And there's, like, 50 fucks in there.
I know. Some language for me is always like one shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or, like, dickhead.
I know.
Dickhead is big in Wachowski's world.
Bastard.
Potty mouth over here.
It's a bit highbrow.
Look, mate. Did you grow up in Australia?
Fuck, that was the other thing with Soho. I didn't expect them to drop cunt twice.
Oh, you gotta.
After in Hot Fuzz, when like all the swear words are like sort of asterisked out, but cunt is just like written there.
It's always Shaun of the Dead for me when Ed walks up. Can I get any of you cunts a beer?
And that's a wrap for this week, man.
Yep.
A very good week in film. Very good week. Check us out on all social media. It's somewhere at the bottom there. Spreaker, all that stuff.
Like, subscribe, comment,
Yeah, man.
do all that good stuff.
Give us a couple more there. A couple more views.
Yep.
Yeah, check us out. We'll be back next week. Same time, same bat channel. Love yourself. Love movies.
Vape more, smoke less, and wash your ass.